Hello and welcome again to another one of my Adam's Corner videos. I'm Adam Long and I have a podcast called Adam's Corner, in case you're not familiar with it, that I do a monthly rundown of Blu-ray and 4K discs each month. And normally I'm on this channel reviewing recent discs that I have received for review purposes and letting you get an idea about what they actually look like, as opposed to just talking about them on my podcast. This video is going to be a little bit different. I found an article that was really interesting in regards to the recent Academy Award ceremony and the winning of Anora for Best Original Screenplay and for Schildberger winning for Best Editing. I will say that I think Schildberger is a great champion of film. I love the fact that he's so out and about when it comes to beating the drum for film and film preservation and going to see films in theaters. But his win for screenwriting and editing, well, that might be a different story. I'll let you decide. This article was by Tim Schildberger. He's a screenwriter, author, podcaster, and the founder of Write LA, an online writing resource and screenwriting competition. He was born and raised in Australia, and I thought that his thoughts were very interesting, and I wanted to share this article. Anora's win for Best Original Screenplay is a slap in the face to the craft of writing. What are we doing here, Academy? Seriously, what's the plan moving forward? You were the place that inspired dreamers all over the world to seriously consider movies as a career goal. Not just actors and directors, but the unfamous folk like writers and editors. With this year's Oscar results, it's pretty clear you've lost perspective on what best means, and instead of inspiring, you are demoralizing. Schildberger might be a great director. He might have made a worthy Best Picture winner. He might be a delightful human being. And as a side note, by all accounts, he is. But the script for Anora is not deserving of the top honor, and our craft, writing, deserves more respect. Throughout awards season, Baker and his cast talked often about all the improvisation that contributed to the movie. At times it felt like the script was written on a post-it note, a basic story arc, and then let's figure it all out on set. That is not screenwriting. Language in the hands of a talented writer is incredibly powerful. The way words are assembled and then expressed by a talented actor can move audiences to tears of sadness or joy, and hopefully both. Writing is a craft, a skill that demands years of practice and hard work. Writing can change people's lives. The winner of Best Original Screenplay is already an endangered species in this intellectual property era. Finding 5 movies made from an idea rather than a book is increasingly difficult. But that's no excuse for choosing a script that wasn't crafted, or sculptured, or even fully written in the traditional sense. Screenwriting has been disrespected since day one. We all understand that. Have you ever heard of a novelist having other writers brought on to rewrite their original idea and then share credit? But it feels like we're sinking even lower right now. The Academy's meandering nosedive to irrelevance isn't helping. Giving a writing award to a movie that was largely improvised is embarrassing, sad, and infuriating. But at least writers aren't the only ones who deserve to feel frustrated. Best editing. I defy anyone to see Anora and tell me it shouldn't be shorter, or that some scenes stayed far too long. From a content editing point of view, the movie it needed editing more than The Brutalist. And that thing was 7 days long. So it didn't win because it was a tightly paced, expertly crafted piece of cinema. It's sloppy and raw, and those aren't insults. Nor are they reasons to hand out a best editing trophy. Editing takes years to master. It's a craft, a skill, and a passion. It's technical, but it also relies on feel. Editors contribute so much to a film. Giving Schildberger the biggest, loudest trophy for a technical job people spend their entire careers mastering is, you guessed it, embarrassing and sadly and wildly disrespectful. Why do I take all this so personally? Because the Oscars have let the teenage me down. I used to sit on the couch in Australia watching the ceremony and feeling the fire burning inside. The desire to be a part of it, any part. The desire to write, to make people feel, and to contribute to the cultural conversation. The dream was that winning an Oscar was the ultimate recognition my efforts had touched lives, and I had created something powerful and meaningful to many. That my command of language had an impact. Watching a guy who assembled actors in a room and probably yelled, "Go for it! Get a writing trophy," touches me personally. It means that the dream I had no longer exists. Now, granted, given what I know now, that dream was pretty stupid, but it pushed me into this craft. So I ask again, Academy, what's the game plan here? You've lost perspective. You're rapidly shedding your aura. Your dive into the celebration of hardcore indie movies is driving movie fans away, and now your awards choices are disrespecting and offending the few remaining loyal film nerds who still value your prize. Who are you appealing to right now? The teenage me probably wouldn't have watched last night's ceremony, which means I'd probably be an Australian lawyer now. A rich, very miserable lawyer, but that makes me profoundly sad also. Pull yourself together, Academy. Honor and celebrate command of each craft. Enough with the hyphenate winning. The people who devote all their energy to writing should be celebrated. Many people who write have no interest in directing. Give them hope that their one skill deserves recognition, because it does. But right now you're making it pretty clear that along with a decidedly foggy financial future, dedicated screenwriters don't even deserve a moment of respect and recognition at your big night. We need writers. Without us, movies face an auteur or even AI-filled future. In time, you'll realize that does not equal better entertainment for the people who hold your future in their hands, the audience. For shame, Oscars. For shame. I thought that was an interesting piece. Let me know your thoughts. If you agree or disagree, I would be interested to hear your comments. Share them. I would love to see some discussion. I know I'm a little bit late to getting this video done, but I've been in the middle of a move to a new home, and I wanted this to be a little bit more timely, but better late than never, as they say. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, keep those discs spinning.